I'm Frankie and I studied English literature at the University of Birmingham. I then went straight on to do a master's at the Shakespeare Institute in Shakespeare Studies. So in my current role, I work as the volunteer officer for the Shakespeare Birthplace Trust. I help to recruit new volunteers, we have nearly 100, and I support them at our 3 public Shakespeare family homes, making sure that they're happy in their role. After my first few weeks in Birmingham, I wanted to start volunteering, so I started off with Birmingham Museums Trust. I was an activity volunteer, and after a while I also started volunteering at the Library of Birmingham. Shortly before I graduated from my master's, I had my first part-time role as an archive assistant, and that was really helpful because it lent itself really well to my degree. I was looking at archives while also writing my dissertation, and then from that I wanted to get a little bit more towards working with people. So for my first full-time job, I worked as a volunteer coordinator for a small museum and was recruiting volunteers. I found it really exciting coming to Birmingham. I remember even my first weekend when I came out of the train station and I turned right and I saw what looked like a museum, and it was, and I looked around it, and from then I found the Rep Theatre and just all of these places that I could explore, and then within time I had come to Stratford as well. So there was just so much there, all within a close proximity and so easy to get to from the campus as well. I think if you're interested in Shakespeare, this is really the place to be. So people from all over the world come to the Shakespeare Institute. It's one of the only dedicated postgraduate institutions for Shakespeare. So you get the best of both worlds. You get all of the heritage institutions in Stratford, but then lots of other job opportunities in Birmingham. For me, I've chosen to still live there, so I get to have both parts of that in my life. I think some of the best things about my course was just the variety. So in my first year, I had optional modules. So I took a module in creative writing, I took another one in global politics, so just a range of different things. But as I carried on in my degree, I got much more specialised. So I started to look at Shakespeare and specifically Shakespeare heritage, but it was a real journey from very broad to much more specific. So I think some of the best facilities that I used while at Birmingham was in the library. I would use the research reserve in the main library to check out older books to use for my degree, and the same at the Shakespeare Institute Library as well. I found the academic support really good. So there were things like office hours every week where I could speak to my tutors about my essays, and also from the career side of things, there was a really supportive careers network. I would absolutely recommend studying English at the University of Birmingham, particularly if you love to read, as I do. And the university is really well recognised when you are applying for jobs, especially if alongside your course you have done things like societies. You will build up skills that are really useful.